Good evening, and welcome to the Mendicant Story Theater. I am the Mendicant. In ancient times, the mendicant was a person who was at the lowest level of the economic system, and they would get their money by telling stories on a street. So each time you come to the Mendicant Story Theater, the mendicant, me, will be here to tell you a story and introduce a story, and I will appreciate you putting a few little alms in my begging bowl. Well, today it's either Patreon or PayPal. Tonight's story, Sutekh, is about the first trial ever recorded. In ancient times, the Greek scholar journeyed to Sekhmet, or what we know as Egypt, for advanced study in the famed Egyptian mystery schools, where information or knowledge was presented in the form of theater or mystery plays. Over time, as Egypt's influence waned, the ancient Greeks appropriated much of their beliefs and advanced knowledge in the areas of farming, law, medicine, mathematics, sciences, astronomy, paper-making, writing, and the sacred tenets of various mystery schools, including learning as either an initiate or a participant in the cosmological rituals or rites. Eventually, the ancient Greeks were credited as historical originators of all such knowledge. However, they got it from the Kmetans, or what we know today, Egypt. The Kmetans learned the important tenets of their spiritual belief system by participating in theatrical performance rituals or mystery plays. Our mystery play for you tonight replicates the most sacred of all mystery play theater rituals, the first, trial and judgment, which takes place long before so-called time, the creation of earth and human existence. The setting is a courtroom, the great hall of Ma'at, similar to a courtroom of today. However, it is much, much grander. Ma'at refers to the ancient Egyptian concepts of truth, balance, order, harmony, law, morality, and justice. The Neter, or goddess Ma'at, is the personification of these concepts. At the moment of creation, it is she who brought forth order from chaos, becoming the regulator of the stars, the seasons, and the actions of mortals and deities. The accused deity, Set, is on trial for the murder of his brother Osir. His act threatens the harmony and balance of the divine order. Set, also known as Sutekh, or Seti, or Suti, he is one of the primary Neters, deities, son of Amunubenheh, the supreme god, or the hidden one behind all things. That's what the name Amun-Re means, the hidden one behind all things. Set is pure, unstable, masculine energy and emotion, the divine ruler of chaos, destruction, and change. He is the originator of every base human desire. He is the brother of Osir and Oset, who were also husband and wife. He is also the brother and husband of his own blood sister and wife, Nebuchadnezzar. Early Set was believed to be the god of wind and desert storms who granted the strength of the storms to his followers. The second character is Thoth, also known as Jehuty. He is one of the primary Neters. He is the divine of the divines. He's also a son of Amun-Re, and he is associated with writing and wisdom and represents the strict, rigid interpretation of divine law. As keeper of the Akashic record, Thoth writes down all thoughts, words, deeds committed by every being since before the beginning until forever. In this court, Thoth weighs the evidence, pronounces judgment, and his decision is final. The prosecutor, the speaker of the court, is the divine feminine persona of Amunubenheh and the voice of the cosmos, Sekhmet, the fire goddess. She represents supreme order, a self-righteous interlocutor. She is the designated representative of the Council of Celestials. The Council of Celestial are the Netera, or the gods and goddesses over ancient Kemet. And she functions as the prosecutor, or the one who accuses. Her sole intent is to have the court render a guilty verdict because Set, Sutekh, has committed the most heinous of all crimes, taking the life of another human being. The divine tribunal. Yes, the divine tribunal, which you will hear Set referred to many times, are the assessors of Ma'at, the Council of Celestials. And those assessors of Ma'at are 42 Netera, gods, goddesses, or deities. The time is before the beginning of human habitation on earth. It is a time when the only thing that exists is divine order, and there's something out there called the uncreated realm. And now, please enjoy the first episode of House of Suti, Sutekh. And remember, please, a few alms in my begging bowl.
Celestial day that the character of our dear brother Set be put to the test against the ever-watchful Ujats of Amun Supreme, the Creator, who by the grace of existence sees all through our celestial elder Ren. When at the apex of his power, he is our Lord and Creator, who begat the beginning of all beginnings, our mighty Lord, Anet Rek. Homage to thee, O greatest one. We call forth our dear brother Set to weigh his heart against his deed. He stands accused of murdering our dear brother Asir, the most beautiful one. May his heart know remorse. May his tongue know forgiveness. This divine court, presided over by the great Thoth, the greatest divine, and the keeper of the Akashic records. He who knows no bias, he who loves truth and hates non-truth. here in the witness of the divine tribunal, we ask thee, brother Set, to give us your plea.
Plea? For what purpose? Does it matter what my plea shall be? Haven't you all made up your minds about me? Or Seer, the most beautiful? Nonsense! It is I who is the most beautiful. Put that in your records.
We ask thee, brother Set, to give us your plea.
I have given you my plea, Sister Speaker. Did you not hear my opening remarks? I will attempt to speak more plainly for you then. It is I who is the most beautiful. So how can I be guilty of slaying the most beautiful? I ask the Tribunal, what should my reply be to this body? I am guilty of love, not murder. It is Seer who should be on trial here. It is he who wronged me. Put that in the record.
Your statement is so noted, brother Set. We are to assume then that your plea is not guilty.
Most emphatically, dear sir.
Then tell me, sir, who is responsible for the most vicious crime against our brother Seer?
The responsibility falls upon he who made himself a victim.
That is not an answer, Set.
Okay, I will say it again. The responsibility falls upon he, Seer, himself. He is the suspect in this crime. He killed himself by his own hand.
But you committed the act.
I did assist him in his justice.
You did slay him.
I helped in eradicating the fallacy of his being. Seer, the king? A king? The epitome of kingship? A leader leads by strength. A leader leads by strength, and mine has no equal in the divine realm. A leader leads by example. And by laying with the wife of another, he forfeits all rights to kingship. He shows weakness. He shows a fallible nature.
So this was a crime of passion.
This eradication, in my opinion, is not a crime. I have done a great deed here, brothers and sisters. You just don't see it yet. But you will. There is no greater love than the passion for one's loved ones. Dear Nebuchadnezzar, lovely Nebuchadnezzar, how could you be so corrupted? No matter. Your secret love is no more. There is nothing left to love. And what can I say about your love child, Anu? Did you not think I would know? Damn you, woman! Damn you!
There will be order in this court.
There shall be no order in here until justice is truly served. My sincere apologies, dear Jehuty. Surely you can understand my circumstance. I deserve favor from this council, not your beloved Seer.
All I see are the facts of the case. You are the guilty so accused. You have disgraced the fabric of your entire being. You have disgraced the divine realm. And you claim to act out of love. What do you know of love?
Where is it written that I must comply with the wishes of my brothers and sisters? I am of the first family of the cosmic order. My lawful place is a position of rule, a position of worship and reverence. Who would dare challenge my will? Who would dare question my authority? Who would dare challenge my strength? My record speaks for itself. Oh, mighty Red, I have been your soldier, your diligent protector, through the 12 hours of night. Is that not love? Lovely Osset, my loving sister, have I not been for you in your time of greatest need? Is that not love? Tribunal, I have been your greatest hero, a warrior in time of need, who has no equal in defeating the fiendish forces of the uncreated realm. Tell me, is that not love?
But what of your brother?
I have no brother. I have crossed his name out in my heart. He never existed. He never lived.
You know nothing about love.
It is you, all of you, that know nothing about love.
You are being rebellious, Brother Set. Be very careful of the emotions that you display.
I will display what I please. I am an individual who stands here alone amongst you all. Oh, I see that now. Yes, that's right. You are all against me. You are all threatened by me. You are threatened by my forthrightness and candor. Damn you all.
Your statement is so noted, Brother Set.
You, Brother Set, must comply with the law of the divine. You must accept the judgment of this court.
All of it was a lie.
You will silence yourself before the court.
I will do no such thing. I choose out of necessity to reject the authority of the divine. I choose to question all that has been.
You will throw yourself on the mercy of this court.
Never!
You will succumb to the law.
I heed not to this so-called law, a law that is blind to reason and just revenge.
How dare you speak out against the sacred order in this manner? You will pay dearly for your outburst here on this celestial day.
And how can you stand there and chastise me, the power, honored, and revered by the mighty Re himself? How dare you chastise me, you arrogant, pompous windbag? Speak to me, the mighty Set, in this manner.
For your reprehensible remarks, I will disperse you into nothing.
That is enough from the both of you. There will be no judgment here by you alone, Sister Speaker. And as for you, Set, you must persuade your malevolent energy to stay in check. Tell us then, Set, why such disdain for our ways now?
Our seer was not fit to be king. I took care of that little problem for you. And speaking of little problems, that child Heru, which you have established to be heir to the new realm, is reprehensible at best. I am the greatest. I am the strongest. I ought to be the new ruler. And so it shall be.
Order must be maintained.
There can be no order. This unpalatability reigns. Let the alternative be the babe from which this new dynamic springs from. Yes, my bride will be that we know of as change. Let our union be one of unbridled passion, pure desire. Yes, Brother Set. Let this be the stain that colors the new day.
Enough of your blasphemous tone, Brother Set. Only by the grace of Re can anyone interfere with divine order. You are not qualified for such a task.
By the will of my beloved Re, I can and will become the contrary of those who are the likes of you. None of you are the ruler of me.
That which you speak of, Brother Set, is the aspect of choice.
Yes, Brother Thoth. Choice! Oh, what a feeling. I choose. I
have no knowledge of the alternative. There is only order. Comply.
The alternative. I know this principle now. It feels so good to me.
You must adhere to the great law. Comply with the wishes of the order and submit to the great law of our Creator.
You all make me laugh. It is I who was wronged here, and you accuse me of unlawful conduct? Tell me then, am I to assume that lunacy has some part in this great divine law that you speak of?
Brother said there is only the great law. There is only order. Order must be maintained. I cannot grant you this alternative that you so desperately speak of.
Lord Thoth, the wise, the diligent, are you telling me that you, the greatest of divines, do not have the power to grant me my beloved alternative? Surely you jest.
Brother Set, your words are drenched in sarcasm, in wanton disregard for the known divine law. You will not be granted this alternative you so desperately seek.
I will grant myself the alternative without the blessing of this court.
This is not possible.
No? Then why cannot I proclaim it so? It is not possible? Watch this. I stand here in the presence of this great tribunal to announce my kingship over the great new alternative realm. See? And you said it couldn't be done.
Asir is dead and you don't show any remorse for your actions.
Sister Ma'at will be pleased with my stand against your ruling. For justice will be truly served. I will say again to you, if I had to do it all again, I would do it all again. And again. And again.
Then let the record show that our dear brother Set has no remorse for his deeds, and that he rejects the order given to us by a moon ray supreme.
Go ahead, Brother Thoth. Smite me so that it might appease the appetites of this savage council.
Let the record show that Set rejects the collective in all that we stand for.
That's right. Cast me down from this highest of high plateaus. No matter, the hypocrisy is wearing upon me. Curse me, dear brothers and sisters, so that you may know the cause from which you will rally against. In my new-found place, I will find comfort. I will find purpose. I will know my rightful dwelling place. I will have my kingdom, and may no divine come before me in my dwelling place.
The verdict of this court is one of guilty.
So noted, Sister Speaker, so noted.
Then may you now be cast out for your pernicious crime. May a moon ray supreme have mercy on your essence.
May Amun-Re Supreme have mercy on you all. You have forsaken your most powerful, your most insightful, and for this I will no longer cherish the order. Instead, I will set out to destroy it and all things that fall into it. The correct vision of the Ujat, the third eye, will be my aspirations. And I will not allow this new humankind to be confused by your illusions. I swear to this upon all that I am.
You speak out of blasphemy, Brother Set. You are no longer one of us.
And nor do I want to be a part of your so-called collective. Your body is weak and inflexible. You have no room for the alternative. You scorn me for the death of a
sincere, even though his relationship with my lovely Nebuchadnezzar was quite clear. I want no part of you or any associations affiliated with your lunacy.
Your name, Brother Set, from this day forward will be associated with wickedness, treachery, trickery, and most of all, rebellious treason. Your name will forever be etched in the sacred record of being of a chaotic nature. By the will of this collective body, you are hereby banished from this body of celestials.
And not a universal day too soon, I might add. As you dare to witness this new beginning, know me now in measure plain. Seek me not in your hearts, but instead in your regret, not in the romantic nature, but in the nature of your loins. Yes, not in your dreams, but instead in your stark reality. Not in your affirmations, but instead in your unfounded denials. May my words be the spark of the ages, and I will not be cheated out of my rightful place in the divine order. I stand diligently. I am forthright. I will not be denied or ignored. Put this in your precious little records. Oh, order of the great divine ones. Let it fester, fester in those golden words you claim to cherish. I know what I am. I know who I am. When you look upon me, know this. Every time you witness me, you witness the neglected part of yourselves. Let me be who I am. Allow me this high seat. Oh, yes. Yes. The flavor beckons me so. Yes. Oh, how I long to savor its stew. Yes. Watch for me in the 12. In the darkest corners, the catacombs, the 12 hours of night. I will always be there. You can count on it. Therefore, cast me down to that fledgling world you call Earth, so that I may do my bidding. I will devour all who stand against me. Beware of me, wise ones, for I am the vein in you, and this battle will wage on and on and on.